And welcome to iDIVAS. For those of you who don't know, I'm Trisha and I'm passionate about inspiring women to not just hang in there but to thrive. Ladies, the decision to have a baby is deeply personal and should ideally be based on individual circumstances and values. There's been a notable increase in the percentage of women having babies later in life, though, in the last 15 years. According to the data from the National Center for Health Statistics in the United States, the birth rate for women ages 35 to 39 increased by 21%. That's from 2006 to 2020. And the birth rate for women ages 40 to 44 increased by a whopping 30% during that same time period. Advancements in fertility treatments such as IVF have made it possible for women to have children later in life. And there's been an overall shift towards accepting and embracing the idea that women can have children later in life if that is what they choose. But is it really a good idea for women who are much older to have babies? Research suggests that there may be some differences between children raised by older mothers compared to younger ones. So let's talk about some of these differences. There's been some evidence to suggest that the risk of having children with learning disabilities increases by about 28% as the mother's age increases. A study published in JAMA Psychiatry in 2015 found that the risk of having a child with autism increased by about 18% for every 10-year increase in the mother's age. For example, a 40-year-old mother would have a slightly higher risk than a 30-year-old mother. And, it's known that, having a child with a learning disability, especially autism, can present significant challenges for parents, such as, financial, emotional, or social strains. So would you be prepared to handle raising a child with a learning disability? On the other hand, studies have found that children of older mothers tend to have better academic performance, including higher IQ scores, better language skills, and improved social development. And this makes complete sense considering that older mothers tend to have higher levels of education and socioeconomic status, which can provide a more stimulating home environment and access to better resources for their children's development. Older mothers also tend to have more life experience, emotional stability, and overall maturity, which can lead to a more mature and stable parenting. While some children may perceive having an older mother as a positive influence on their upbringing, others may experience negative emotions related to their mother's age at the time of birth. They may feel a sense of isolation or embarrassment, particularly if their mother is considerably older than those of their peers. Another factor is that mothers who have children later in life may have a harder time relating to their teenagers' experiences and struggles. They may have much less in common with their children in terms of cultural references or technology use, which can make it, harder for them to provide the emotional support and guidance that teenagers really do need. Another potential downside that not too many people bring up is that children of older mothers may have fewer opportunities to develop intergenerational relationships with grandparents and older members of the family. So, as their grandparents are more likely to be deceased or inactive. Also, as older mothers age, they may have less energy and physical stamina, which can make it a little harder to keep up with the demands of parenting a tween or a teenager. For instance, mom may need to drive them to various activities, help them move heavy equipment for sports or music, or simply keep up with them during physical outdoor activities. They may also be dealing with their own health issues at the same time, or caring for aging parents, which can be which could add just more stress. Also, something else that you may want to consider is the financial strain of supporting a family or putting a child through college while also planning for your retirement, because those two things are going to be happening at the same time. Also, you may feel a sense of regret or frustration at not being able to experience the empty nest phase of life at the same time when all your 50-something-year-old friends are socializing and traveling child-free and having more freedom. You would most likely be stuck at home with a 10-year-old. With that said, the trend of mothers giving birth at later ages has increased the likelihood of age-related health issues such as Alzheimer's, dementia, and mobility problems. So consequently, younger generations may find themselves really thrust into caregiving roles sooner than expected, which can be extremely stressful and time-consuming, especially for those with young children of their own. So if you're considering having children at an older age, it's essential to weigh all the potential challenges that may come with it. There are pros and cons, of course, to being a younger or older mother, but the final decision should be based on your personal circumstances and values. So that being said, I strongly encourage women to make, informed decisions that prioritize their well-being and the well-being of their future children. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on older moms? Do you have any personal experiences or know of someone who has gone through it? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.